Hi guys. So I thought I would make this video as like a little question help type of thingy. Sorry. Thought I had something on my... Oh, I do. It's detergent. 1 second. Okay. So I was sorry. I was like, why is my finger slimy? It's because I just did some laundry. But my bun is joining me. Sorry, the daybed's a mess. But here's my bun. Yeah, it's super cute. Yeah, you got a fluffy butt. You really fluffy butt. Anyway, so I guess my problem is, let me give you some context. So I have two hermit crabs, right? One is a little smaller than medium, and one is a little bigger than medium. So like the youngest one, I mean, granted, I don't know how old they are. I just consider Jeremy as the big brother and George as the little brother. So sorry for my voice. My allergies have been like messing with my throat. But I originally had three: Jeremy, George, and Sandy. Sandy was like itty bitty, and so I considered her as like the little sister. And I got them all from the beach. I know that they say, like, don't get hermit crabs from the beach because, that you don't know where they come from. They're in bad conditions, all this stuff. But I fell in love and I wanted to rescue them, so I adopted them. So I adopted these hermit crabs. I got them in Maryland, by the way. So, here, I feel like I need more sunlight, but I look really tired. I am really tired. Anyway. So, Sandy lasted a year and then passed. We had a little memorial for her. I buried her out back. And so now it's just Jeremy and George. And a couple weeks ago, 4 to be exact, they both just disappeared. Like, I had no idea where they went. And then suddenly, I heard, let me try and simulate like a... I don't know if you guys can hear. I'm like trying to... Like a scratching noise coming from the sand, right? And I'm like, what the frick? Because I just heard this in the middle of the night, and I'm like, what is digging around in my room? Well, apparently, they're both, like, in the same spot under the sand, because I have, like, 3.5 inches of sand, maybe, in their crabitat. Because it said the sand needs to be deeper than the biggest crab's shell. And I'm like, Jeremy's the biggest, so I'll just make it deeper than his shell. So, because, he's not too big. So, I'm like, okay, maybe they're just chilling out in the cool sand, because the sand must be cooler than, my room. Well, they're under there for a week. Then it's 2 weeks. Then it's a week, 2.5 weeks, and I'm like, alright, I'm getting kind of worried. And then I'm starting to think, well, are they molting? Because they've molted before, both of them. And because I've had them for almost 3 years now. I guess I should have mentioned that. No. Yeah. Almost 3 years. Maybe 2.5. It doesn't matter. And so they've both molted before. And so I'm like, okay, maybe they're just molting again. But then it's 4 weeks. And I'm like, I'm starting to get worried. But then I did a whole bunch of Googling, and it was like, hermit crabs are going to take their own time. They're going to molt at their own pace. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Worst thing I could do is disturb them. So I'm just going to leave them alone and just let them do their own thing. So I just went up to my room today, just now, to go get my laundry. And I'm like, let me water the crabs. Because I have like this little dish in there with a little sponge. And the sponge was dry. So I'm like, let me just pour in some water. And I noticed that George's shell is in the little hermit hut. This little, like, half coconut thing I put in there. And so I pick him up, because they're used to me picking them up. Because I handle my hermit crabs. And don't yell at me. They don't mind. They've never pinched me. They actually like to be active and crawl around. I know it can be strange. but they've been socialized only with me. I'm the only one that handles them. I'm the only one that I allow to handle them. But so I pick him up and I look at him, and yeah, he's in there. Don't you dare. Honey sniffed me like he was gonna bite me. Like, don't you dare. I know I'm not giving you attention right now, but it's only been 5 minutes. You're not gonna die. He's looking at me like, drama queen. Anyway, okay. So I pick him up, he's fine. I look at him, and he kind of goes back into his shell. So I'm like, okay, he's alive, he's fine. He's a little pink, so I figure, okay, he probably just molted, so I'll put it back, leave him alone, make sure all the food's there, make sure all the little dishes are full of water, because I have, like, the dish I said, and then I have, like, a little water bottle cap full of water with, like, tiny bits of sponge, because when the sponge is dry and I don't keep up, the hermit crabs will have temper tantrums and rip off pieces of the sponge and just leave them. So I pick up those pieces and I put them in the little bottle cap. But anyway, so then I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, I don't see Jeremy because I remember what his shell looked like. And I have all these spare shells in the crab habitat because I know that that's what you're supposed to do. And I look at all of them and they're all empty, and I'm like, okay, where's Jeremy? And I'm thinking maybe he's still in the sand. And I know that it takes longer for bigger crabs to molt, and so I'm hoping he's just still molting, but I don't know what to do. So I guess this is where you guys come in. Hang on, there we go. What should I do? Like, I don't want to disturb him. I don't want to go digging in the sand because if he's molting, I don't want to make him upset. And I don't want to stress him out. I don't want him to die. But, like, I haven't heard any scratching in a while. And if George is out and about now, I mean, there were, like, little track lines in the sand. So I know it was George. But, I mean, Jeremy's the most active out of the two of them. And he's the most social. Like, I can pick him up, and he won't even shoot back into his shell. Like, if he's moving around, or if he's still and I pick him up, he'll immediately come out and want to crawl around on my hand. But George has to take a little while to warm up to me. So, like, I don't know what to do. Maybe, is there something I can do to make him more comfortable through the process? Because it's taking longer. Could there be reasons why he's taking longer other than him being a bigger crab? I don't know. This is the first time I've had hermit crabs since, like, middle school. And I just graduated from college, as you guys know, so it's been a while. Just let me know what you guys think, I guess. I could really use some help. I love these little guys. I seriously do. I've had them, like I said, for almost 3 years now, and I love them so much. Like, I'll even make sure that they're cared for if I'm gone for the weekend. Like, I don't let them be abandoned. So, thanks for being patient through these 8.5 minutes. I just, like, really needed to make a video because I don't know how else to ask for help about this situation. It's kind of strange. But anyway, alright, so I will let you get back to your day. I'm going to get back to my day. I don't know if you guys are subscribed or not, but feel free to subscribe. This is just a channel about my life if you're watching this for the first time. I know a couple of you have the bell because there are always the same amount of views on all the videos. I know that D-Fire, I think, is your name, Dan, and I know Love Sport. You two always watch my videos, and I really do love it. Thank you. I feel loved. But anyway, alright, so have a good rest of your week. Today's Tuesday, the 19th. So, alright. Have a good one. Tschüss.